Welcome to my daily practice at Wendy Coad Art. If you find this video interesting or helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel and liking the video.
Hi, my name is Wendy and I'm an artist. I've been an artist my whole life and I am excited to invite you into my studio and show you my art practice. I paint every day and I do acrylic on paper. I also do stencils. I draw. I organize my studio space. I do a lot of things. For me, art is about problem solving, so there's always little tricks and tools that I can share with you along the way. So welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today, I am going to continue working on these paintings that are in process and just about done, actually. I've decided to keep things light for a little while, allowing more of the paper to show through as opposed to covering the entire surface with the paint and then having to bring the lights back, which is kind of difficult, I've found with acrylics, to really get white to return after other colors have been added to the surface. So I am just starting, and I don't have the just checking my mic. I can't tell you how many times I've forgotten to turn on the mic. So I I'm really liking these pages. I did a series on the other wall recently where it just felt like I overdid the surface. I overworked the surface. There was still plenty of paper surface, but it seemed too earnest, if that makes sense. Like I was trying too hard. It's hard to articulate, but that's okay because there's always another painting, and so I have an opportunity to pull back and not go so deep. And time will tell. Time will tell how it looks. I mean, I'm really anxious to get started with the reconstituting the books, the atlases, to see what is working and what is not, if anything. Usually there is. Okay, so given that, I'm still going to do a little bit of work on these. I've used pencil, I've used paint, I've been drawing lines with pencil and paint, but I'm still intrigued with the text aspect, and I do have markers that I like to use sometimes. I haven't used them for a while, and so I'm just gonna try to create a little bit of tension. Oh yeah, already I like the color. I mean, why not? It's a nice contrast to some of the other colors I have on the paper. And like I said, it's drawing, well, drawing light. I mean, it's not my intention to cover the surface with a lot of line, but it's kind of delightful. It's a turquoise, and I have turquoise as maybe I have too much turquoise on these. but not this one. Hmm. Turquoise. That's what happens when you haven't used materials for a while, and then you rediscover them or pull them out again. Let's see what colors. I'm kind of liking the blue for here. Not sure how much juice. Oh, yes. You know, it's tying down these Fiesta colors a little bit. I love them, but nice when they can be pushed a little bit back from the surface. Well, that was a quick tour of working with the markers. I'm tempted to do shapes, but I'm not really ready for that. Let's just bring some of these into the mix from, I find these lines to be very lyrical. It's almost like music. Reminiscent of some of, I don't know, Kandinsky. I think about that sometimes. The theosophists, and their investigation into the energy of our emotions. And they actually described an energetic language with shapes and lines. And I do think that because Kandinsky and I believe Hilma af Klint and several of the early abstract artists understand there was, what's the moment of abstraction? Before, it was representation, and then abstraction. So the players at the very beginning of modern abstraction or abstraction, they moved in similar circles, and many of them were familiar with that material from Ledbetter and Blavatsky. So I do think about that. I do think about the emotion of color and line, and how that can be a language for us to, for us to communicate with on the painted surface. Obviously, we're communicating. It's a language. So, yeah, so those are my morning musings for today. And I will continue to work. Let's see what I have on the other side here. I'm just going to try a little bit on these. And either the turquoise or the blue. Loving this. Oops. It's got a lid that stays attached. I know that it's tentative, but I really don't feel like I need to do too much. So I'm not. Switch over to the blue. I might have made too many circles on this one, but you know, I'll sit with it. We'll see how that turns out. Oh. I'm going to just do some. And I might do a little bit of both. The turquoise and the navy blue. Not sure. Just bring something in from the side or the top. To to offer a continuation on the lines. I don't want to do any more circles in here. Oh, that's an interesting shape. Yeah, that's enough. I'm going to sit with this. But it was fun to get it out and play with these lines. I've got a few balloon shapes going there, and I'm not just sure about them. But they certainly have come out today, and I'll wait and see how things go. So thank you so much for joining me. And I invite you to come back and see how things are turning out. In the meantime, have a great day and go make art. So I'm so happy that you are joining me today and maybe other days too. I'll take you through my day-to-day as an artist, and I look forward to seeing you on the next tape. Thanks for being here.